Hey, Adam Robert Young here, and on this channel you're going to find all kinds of things about photography and also things about Brisbane, things you can see and do here in Brisbane, Australia. But this particular video is all about street photography, and street photography is probably one of the genres of photography that is the most contentious. People will argue for days about what is and what isn't street photography. So I'm going to show you today 3 photos that I made in Queen Street Mall and ask you if you think that they're actually street photographs and they fall within that genre of street photography. So let me know your thoughts and just see if your thoughts change over the course of this video, because I'm going to reveal some things about these photographs that may actually change your mind. Or maybe they won't. Let's see what happens. So, first photo. In this photo you can see just some people that are walking past the Myer Centre in downtown Brisbane, and 3 of the 4 people in the picture have straw-coloured hats, which is something that kind of ties them together. The colours are quite similar. It's pretty much a 2-colour palette because we've got the cool colours of the jeans, the shirt and the other shirt, and then the warm colours of their skin, their hats, and then the dress of that lady with her arm out. And now none of these people were aware of me photographing them at the time, so they're doing just what they would naturally be doing. It's not posed, it's not set up. A scene from Queen Street Mall. Is that street photography? And how about this one? Same spot that I photographed from. 2 of the people are kind of mirroring each other in the, they've got their hand to their mouth eating something. And then that lady over there is just there for balance. So is that a street photograph? And how about this one? In this one, the 2 people, again, we've got some kind of echo of one person in the other, in that they're both basically adjusting their glasses in the picture at that same moment in time. Does that qualify as street photography? Okay, so I'm sure by this time you've got an opinion about whether you would call these street photographs or not. Yes, they're in a public place. Yes, they're unstaged, they're unposed. But there's one thing I haven't told you that may actually change what you think about whether these actually fit into that category of photography. And that is that these are all composite images. So the moments themselves are genuine. However, they didn't happen at the same time within the same image. So let's start with this last one I've shown you of the people with the glasses. I could show you this image, but then I could also show you this image a moment before. Now, whoa, what a change, because the guy with his hand up just about to adjust the glasses on the phone, one more step and the scene becomes this. How is that possible? Where did that guy in the blue shirt go, and how did the guy in the white shirt suddenly appear? Well, obviously these were taken all at different times, so I've basically added them in post in Photoshop. Here's the guy adjusting his glasses in the white shirt. He was there all by himself. That guy in the blue wasn't even there when he came out of the shops. So I have digitally combined the images to create a new reality. Now, here's where the opinions are going to start to diverge, because some people will say, well, yes, they are actual moments, and sure, you've combined them, but the actual raw material you've used was genuine and authentic and an accurate reflection of that moment in time. And although there is manipulation that's occurred, I would still call it street photography. Other people will say, hey, whoa, wait a minute. As soon as you start to change details, as soon as you start to manufacture things artificially, it ceases to be street photography. Well, 2 schools of thought. I think a lot of people who are in the latter of the 2 schools of thought would subscribe to the kind of thinking of Henri Cartier-Bresson. Now, Henri Cartier-Bresson, some people could consider him the father of street photography, because he's one of the very earliest photographers that basically was trying to capture these moments in time, not really researching or looking at the story behind them, but more about connecting with people in the environment, interacting with the environment, and then the psychological connection that he has viewing that scene and trying to capture all of that in one single image. So he was the one who coined the term
the decisive moment. Decisive moment.
The decisive moment.
The decisive moment?
The decisive moment.
A decisive moment.
The decisive moment.
The decisive moment.
the decisive moment, which is something that photographers from all different genres will often bring up, this decisive moment. So these images, do they have multiple decisive moments combined? Or is it that the decisive moment is one moment and must be only one moment in one image? So yeah, I'm not going to give you the answer. For me personally, I would say no, I wouldn't classify these composite images as street photography, because for me, I'm a bit of a purist, and I think that true street photography really needs to be taken all in camera, with just, minor adjustments in terms of just bringing it back to what the scene actually looked like, or maybe a slightly creative take on the scene by, maybe making those shadows just that little bit deeper, or, things like that, but not actually manipulating the elements within the scene. So I would say these are street something else. Street art? No, not street art. Street something. Maybe a street creations. I don't know. So yeah, but some people would disagree, because a couple of years ago I got this book. This is the World Atlas of Street Photography, and it features street photographers from all around the world. And in the America section, there are photographs by a Danish photographer called Peter Funch. Funch, I don't speak Danish, so I really don't know how to pronounce that. But he created these really interesting images that I think are just visually, they're wonderful. I really like them. I find them really engaging. But what he's done is he's actually taken multiple photographs over a period of time, generally at the same time of day from the same location, but where there is some similarity in elements within the scene. In this case, for example, this one, people all holding yellow envelopes, plus one person with a yellow top. But this is not a frozen moment in time, which is what a lot of people would say street photography should be. This is actually multiple frozen moments in time that have been combined together. Now, the result is great. I mean, I love this picture. But is it really street photography, or is it something else? Different people will have different opinions. I'd love to hear what yours is, if you're a street photography aficionado. And, if I wanted to recreate this, I could do that. I could basically go down to the city center and just look for something similar. Maybe I might choose people on their phones. Maybe I might choose people eating. Maybe I might choose people wearing a certain color. And I would just look for that and photograph people that fit that characteristic in different positions that could be combined to create a visually pleasing composition. But would it be street photography? I'm going to leave that up to you to decide, because for me, honestly, I'm not really big on putting things in boxes and classifying. It is what it is. Personally, my view, the important thing is that you are open with how the image was created, and let people decide if they want to put it in a certain box or not. I don't really care what boxes people want to put things in. It's more about producing images that I think, hey, I like it, and that I find visually interesting, or interesting in some other way. And however people want to classify it, let them do that. For me, I just want to create images that I like. But I'm always going to be open and let people know that, yes, this is a composite image, or no, this is created as one shot. And then, they can interpret it how they want, they can classify it how they want. But yeah, I'd be interested to know how you think on this topic. I don't really know what else to say or how to close this video off, so we're done.